Hello, everyone. Welcome to Off the Charts, episode 303. And today, I've got my friend David all the way from the UK doing another episode here with me today. How's it going today?
All good, yeah, good. It's just took me forever to try and work this list down to
Yeah.
15 to.
So, why don't you tell the folks what our list is going to be here?
Okay, so this is essentially our top 10 and then five honorable mentions of our favorite riffs or songs with our favorite riffs in, if you want to call it that. And not just introduction riffs, but ones that go throughout the whole song, or ones that maybe start in the middle of a song, or in the start in a verse, something, anything like that. That's what I've decided on mine. But yeah, so
Sounds good.
that's it.
So, yeah, and I think I've done the same thing where I've put very popular riffs, but some of them not as popular. So we're here to let you know about some really cool riffs that you may not know
Mm.
about, but there's going to be some that, oh, yeah, of course, that riff is there. And of course,
Mm.
I mean, I know I have one in my list. It's like, okay, you have to put that riff there, you know? It's one of
Yeah, yeah.
so, so yeah, well, we've got our top 10 guitar riffs, like he said, whether it's intro or in the middle or whatnot, and five honorable mentions. Before we start off, if you do like this type of content, please like and subscribe, tell your friends, hit a little thumbs up and a little bell to be notified when I publish new content like this. So, cheers to you all.
Cheers.
All right, so since you're our guest here, why don't you go first with your 10th favorite riff?
Okay, right. No, this took me a long time, and there's not such. This is a vague 10, but all of these are like my top 10. But anyway, let's get straight into it. So I'm going to start off with a bit of a obscure one. And this is from Tank's Honor and Blood album, and it is When All Hell Freezes Over. Now, this is just such a, I want to say, chunky riff. It's a very, it just kind of, it's like it kind of hits you in the face or something. It's like kind of, you know, like a sledgehammer around your head or something. It's just so heavy and just so, it just kicks ass. It's such a cool riff. Um, so yeah, this riff kind of carries through the whole song. Um, but yeah, it's not at the start, but just after the introduction. But it's just listen to the song. It's brilliant. The whole album's great, but that's my particular pick from that one.
Cool. So, what's the name of the song again?
It's called When All Hell Freezes Over.
Okay.
It's the
Well,
second track.
cool. Thank you. All right. My 10th place. I believe it's a song or a riff that everybody knows. You hear it, the first few notes, you're like, oh, yeah, that song. It was
Hmm.
actually so popular that I knew it as the song, the video, but some other people in probably your age would actually know it as an intro to a wrestler. Apparently, I forget the name of the wrestler. Maybe you know
Okay.
where I'm going with this. So I'm gonna go with Living Color, Cult of Personality. You hear that riff,
Uh,
that riff there, and I saw these guys live like about a month ago. Great, but yeah, you just the Cult of Personality. That was pretty much their big hit. I don't know who the wrestler is, but he uses it as an intro to his. Because I remember sending it to a guy at work, and he goes, "Oh, that's so and so's intro." I'm like, "No, it's not. It's a Living Color Cult of Personality." So anyway, you guys, do you know what that wrestler is, or no?
I don't,
Let us know in
don't
the comments. I don't. I could have looked it up, but not really interested in WWE either. But anyway, number 10, Living Color, Cult of Personality. You must know
okay.
that song, though, at least.
No, I don't know it by name. Now, as soon as you said wrestler, I thought Triple H because
No,
like
no, no, that's not. That would be the
uh
game.
the game. They actually did three songs for him, but yeah.
No,
Yeah,
it's
that's for another time.
I think he's got a beard. The wrestler, S- Si- DMX. No, I don't know. Fuck my, whatever.
I'm not a
Okay,
wrestling guy.
Yeah, number nine.
So number nine
Mm,
is from Overkill's Electric Age album now. It's just that the album cover is awesome, but yeah. And it is all over but the shouting. So that's the ninth song. Yeah, it's this.
okay.
Yeah, it's just to be fair to you, this album's just full of fucking crazy riffs. But yeah, I mean, being thrash metal is going to be, isn't it? But yeah, it's one of those songs. It's just like adrenaline, just straight to the vein, straight, shot straight to the, just absolutely crazy. These guys are well known for their fast thrash metal, but yeah,
Mm.
don't even know how to describe it. Just, just crazy. Take a listen for yourself, and you won't be disappointed if you like fast
I know my
slash.
my friend Keith from New Zealand and my friend Pascal that I do a few shows. They love Overkill, so they will
Oh
know
yeah, they're brilliant.
exactly the song you're talking about. I myself is probably a different story. So far, I'm two for two. I don't know your riffs, but yeah, good choice there. Now I have to go look that one up. All right, number nine for me. So I mean, this artist has a few really classic riffs, but I actually went with my favorite. I'm gonna go with the title track to Ozzy, "Bark at the Moon." That riff by Jake Ely. I just love that riff there.
Hmm.
I could have easily chosen Miracle Man, Crazy Train. I'm a little tired of hearing that one, so I went something with a little. I'm not as tired, so I'm gonna go with Ozzy Osbourne, "Bark at the Moon" with that Jake Ely intro riff. I'm like, whoa, that is a great song. So there you go, number nine.
Nice,
What's that?
nice one.
Now you know that one, right?
I
There
do. And
you go.
do you know what else I know? Let's have a look. Where's it gone now? Yeah, you know what else I know is flipping Miracle Man. Like, is it? Which was my, ironically, my next one. Now, so there you go.
I
That's
almost chose
brilliant. That
that one. I almost chose that one, but
Miracle Man. I can't do the. I can't. It's fucking brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. I actually, funnily enough, it's going to be a little quick tangent. I seen on Sky the other day on the TV, had that Jimmy Swaggart guy, and that's what the it's
yeah,
about, the song. And
he's got a mask of Jimmy Swaggart at the beginning of the video.
yeah, and he's like, ha ha ha,
Yeah.
yeah,
Forgive me,
and
Father, for I have sinned.
there's pigs for some reason, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's absolutely brilliant. But yeah, I love the start, but the main one for me is that do 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 do. It's like the chugga chugga, yeah, and it goes throughout the whole song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's it. I'll get you to do my riffs. No, I'm joking. That's
If
all
I
right.
know them. If I know them. That's
Exactly.
what
Yeah.
I know.
If you know them, but yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I can't get enough of that one.
All right. Oh,
So yeah,
great choice. That was number eight, right?
that's right. Yeah.
Eight for me. You must know this one. There are going to be a few. I'm looking as well. Not that much obscure. Anyway, this is not obscure at all here. If I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah.
show, I'm gonna show you the album cover. You got to tell me the song and its riff. Remember? So if I show you
Oh
this
yeah.
album, which song do you think of?
Da, 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 da,
There you
da,
go, the Trooper.
da, da.
And it's not even my favorite Maiden song, but I'm like,
Nah.
I said I gotta put some Maiden, and the most recognizable riff to me is the intro of the Trooper. You know exactly what you're getting there with the
Yeah. Da, 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 da.
yeah. It's a melodic riff. It's not a power chord riff there.
Oh yeah.
Off of Peace of Mind, I'm gonna go with the Trooper. Very
Very
popular riff
nice.
here.
Nice one. I almost put Maiden on my list, but it would have actually been The Prisoner, I think. The da, 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 da,
Yeah,
da,
that's
da,
another
da,
good
da.
one there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So,
I had started with Aces High. Then I was
mm,
like, no, I gotta put the Trooper. So
mm, yeah. I
right
kept
there.
thinking about that, but then I thought, you know what? Screw what? people think I should put on. I'm gonna put the, but I totally get that. It's very iconic. It's brilliant. It is a
Yeah,
fantastic riff, and it's one of those. It's just like every metalhead's like, oh yeah, yeah, and it is. It's great. So
yeah, cool.
right,
Number seven, right?
number seven. Yeah. So somewhat obscure. This one. This is Venom
Oh, okay.
uh, Resurrection album. So the last album that Mantis appeared on. Um, if as long as you don't count Venom Inc., which is like I count that band just as much as Venom as this man. Anyway, um, this is actually the last track on the album called Leviathan, and there's a pretty good description of that riff because it's fucking heavy as a bloody Leviathan. It's just I don't know how to describe this. So, uh, just it's just unbelievably heavy.
Okay.
There's a few riffs on that album that are just great, and Mantis, I appreciate him more as a guitarist. The more I hear him, he started off very sloppy. Venom was known for being very talented, particularly, but he's absolutely fantastic, and yeah, that riff
Okay.
is just absolutely blows your head off. So listen to that, give it a good listen.
Cool. Okay, so that was number seven.
Yeah.
All right, number seven for me here. I think you know this one. So I am going to go with Sabotage, The Hall of the Mountain King.
Oh, nice, nice.
I friggin' love his guitar tone. The
That's
riff is
fantastic.
probably it's not my favorite Sabotage song, but riff. I almost put Power of the Night because it's got a cool riff at the beginning also, but this one is a little bit more recognizable, more everyday there. So yeah,
Yeah.
the video for it. So yeah, check out Hall of the Mountain King, not the Bach or Mozart or Beethoven Hall of Mountain King. You know the dun, 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 dun. That's another. But
Yeah.
it's on here, but they call it Prelude to Madness. But they actually made a song, an original song called Hall of the Mountain King, and the riff is just friggin' killer. So there you go. Sabotage, Hall of the Mountain King for my number seven.
Oh yeah. That nice one. That's good. I almost put that album on here, but not that song. And it was Legions. Oh
Okay.
god. That what that dun, 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 dun. That riff just is really, really cool. But yeah, anyway.
All right, number six.
Number six. Now, this you see this, it's not the one you're thinking of.
Oh,
I'm
really?
not I'm not doing it to be different. It's just because Balls to the Wall is brilliant. But for me, it's losers and winners is my favorite from this album. It's that do 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 do, and then when it gets into the actual song, it's like do 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 do, and it continues that, and I love that through the whole song it continues like that. It's I can't get enough of that. But that
Yeah, I got the chorus in my head. I'm trying to picture the riff right now. I'm gonna have to go and re-listen.
yeah, yeah.
I can't do it for you because I'm not sure what it is. But I and I know losers and winners. I know that
I'll
chorus,
show you afterwards.
but
I'll
yeah,
show you
it's.
afterwards. But
Oh, go
yeah.
ahead.
It's pretty much as soon, if you want a bit of rule of thumb for it, as soon as Udo starts singing, listen to that background riff, and
Okay,
that's what I'm talking about.
okay, cool. I will do that. Cool. Okay, not expecting that one from that album. All right, this one is probably the oldest riff I have here on this list. Honestly, this album is chock full of classic riffs, but I'm actually going to put one of the more popular ones. I'm going to go with the Jimi Hendrix Experience, and I'm going to go with Purple Haze. When you hear those two notes,
Yes.
you
Dun,
know
dun, dun, dun.
exactly,
It's brilliant.
you know exactly what you're getting here. Covered many a times. But yeah, Jimi Hendrix for my this is number six, right? Yeah, number six here is gonna be Purple Haze. I could have put easily Fire, Foxy Lady. Uh, yeah, those two others are got great riffs too. There, I don't want to concentrate on the song, but to me, that riff for Purple Haze is one of those classic ones here. So Jimi Hendrix Experience with Purple Haze as my number 6.
Oh yeah, that's brilliant. That's a brilliant choice.
There you go.
Uh, just listen to that now. I'm just like in my head. It's just so good, so good. Right,
Number 5.
number five. Okay, what am I gonna put next? Right, I think it's about time I put a one that people look at it and be like, it's that one, and it is that one. Uh, it's obviously Susie Holdart. No, I'm joking. It's Wheels of Steel. Just fucking brilliant riff, isn't it? I don't need to butcher it. You know what it sounds like, and it's a bloody riff and a half, isn't it? It's fantastic, and it just carries through the whole song.
Oh,
You
big
know,
time. It's got that song has got two riffs. The
yeah, but it only needs that's all it needs. Doesn't
yeah.
need anything else. If I end up getting what does he sing? What does he sing about? Is a '68 Chevy or something like
Yeah, something like that as a car, yeah.
yeah. If I ever get anything like that, that's what I'm playing in this. So yeah,
There you go. That was number
got it.
5.
Yeah,
Good
yeah, just
choice.
absolutely brilliant.
Good choice.
Thank you.
All right. Now I'm gonna maybe you know this one, maybe not. I'm not sure. It's a Canadian band. It is my favorite song by them, and I love the structure of the song, but that intro, I mean, it starts off with keyboard, then you got that intro riff. Triumph with the song Spellbound. I friggin' love that riff, and it's got such a, I don't know, such a cool, killer riff. I never grow tired of hearing this song. It starts off, with a keyboard loop. It starts off and then da 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 da. That's the riff itself right there. So yeah, number 5 for me, Spellbound by Triumph. Yeah, I'll never grow tired of this song and never grow tired of that riff. That's riff is what makes the song right there. So there you go. Triumph Spellbound at number 5. You don't
I
know that one, huh?
I don't know that one, but I like the cover. I think it's a cool cover a
Oh, it's
lot.
a cool cover, yeah.
I know the band. I don't know any of the songs, but I know them.
I bet you've heard songs here and there. Older
Probably
songs.
without knowing.
Yeah.
You'll have to give me some suggestions. I'm always open for to try new ones. So
Okay.
right,
Number
next
4 now.
number four. Oh dear me, dear me. Right, this one. It's not a proper one because it's a flipping But anyway, so Dream Theater. There had to be a John Petrucci one somewhere, and it is the Shattered Fortress. Now, there's actually two riffs in this because, to be fair, John Petrucci flipping. I don't know where he gets all these riffs from, but yeah. And now my mind's going blank. No, it's like and it's such an intense, such
Hmm.
a it's almost brutal sounding riff because to be fair, the subject matter of the song is quite brutal. It's about alcoholism, I believe.
Okay.
Um, but it can kicks ass. I mean, holy crap! When you hear that, it's just I don't know how to describe it. I don't know. You feel like you can just punch through a wall or something. It just sounds so heavy and fucking badass. It's like holy shit.
I don't know that one though.
Check it out. Yeah.
Oh, I will.
This album in particular is brilliant. But yeah, fun fact as well. This was the album that actually got me into heavy metal. So
Wow.
there you go.
Okay, well, you said there's this one has song had 2 riffs. I'm going to take that rule and change it 10
Okay, yeah,
times 10 and you'll see what I mean I
that's fair.
bet you don't know what the song is, but I will explain myself, okay?
Okay,
So the band is the Wild Hearts. The
okay,
song is called Rooting for the Bad Guy, which is song number 1 on this album. Now, it's not the intro riff. The intro riff is cool. It's but halfway through the song, they go onto this tangent of cool riff after cool riff after cool riff, and I can go on cool riff after cool riff after. It's like And I'm like, I'm listening to this. I'm like, how do they remember this by heart? It's ridiculous. So it starts off with a riff, and then you're like, and then 2 bars, let's say. Then it goes to a completely different, again, cool riff for 2 bars. And then again, another completely cool riff, 2 bars, and so on. They do that like like, even after listening to this is what, 2000, and I forget, 6 or 7, maybe, about that time. I still don't know it by heart. I mean, when I listen to it, I know it by heart. But if I would just try to sing it to you, I was like, I can't even, like, those riffs are so original and out there. So I'm gonna go with the Wild Hearts, rooting for the bad guy, but like the second half until the end of the song is just riff change after riff change after riff change after, and I'm like, I don't know, as a musician or whatever, or even a human being, I'm like, how the hell do you remember all this shit by heart? It's, and they haven't done it. They've done it many times, but to me, this is the best riff song ever. So check out "Rooting for the Bad Guy" by the Wild Hearts.
Okay,
It's
cool. I
crazy.
I know you've mentioned those guys a couple of
Mhm.
times. So yeah.
All right, number three.
Okay, number three. I was thinking, what the hell are we on now? Right. Let's figure this out. Okay, that's yeah. Okay, here we go. So these are guys that have come up at some point. This this band that I like. I kind of like him a bit.
A bit, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
That's
a
a big
bit, a
statement.
bit. Yeah, only my favorite band, but still, there was a few I went through. There was Tales of Glory. I was thinking because that's fantastic. There was what else was there? Oh God, Run Around Man. I think it was. Yeah, but I have decided to go with The Devil, which yeah, don't go with The Devil unless it's this song. Yeah. That's my butchered version of it, but yeah. And actually, Brian May plays a solo on this, but that's not what I'm talking about. Well, that is brilliant. It's just such a heavy, just just a cool sounding riff. So
Cool.
so heavy, goes well with Lemmy's vocals, especially because of the time Lemmy was, you know, well, obviously
Yeah.
later years, so he sounds especially rough, and it goes along with that. Yeah, it was absolutely brilliant riff. So yeah, give that a listen as well if you've
All
not
right.
listened to The
Never
Devil.
heard that one. Yeah, I'll have to go check that one out. All right, number three for me. So I could have easily chosen many a riffs from this band. This to me is the riff master. I think you know where I'm going with this. But which song am I choosing? That's the. So can you guess who I'm going to be? Which the band is?
So I have to guess Sabbath,
Yeah. Okay. Now, which song do you think I'm going to actually choose? That's the.
Symptom of the Universe.
No. Okay.
Ah, no.
So
Okay, can I have
this.
another guess? Can I have one
Go
guess?
ahead.
Into the Void.
No.
Ah, okay, go on, go on, go
All
on.
right. So if I show you this album cover, you'll be like, okay, that song. So I'm going to go with Born Again, and I'm going to go with Zero the Hero.
In Paradise City. I mean, Zero the Hero. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I
Oh, yeah.
friggin' love that riff.
Badass, isn't it?
I was
I
like,
always went with that.
oh, yeah, I love that riff. And I saw the video on TV, and I was like, video's creepy also,
Really bloody weird, isn't it?
but that riff is just killer. I could play most of it on the bass there, but
Ah,
yeah, I gotta say bravo. You gotta put, to me anyway, you gotta put Tony Iommi as the riffmeister. Like, but I was like,
the
which
favorite.
one do I put? And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna literally put the one I know. Paranoid is probably the classic riff. Is that my favorite of theirs? No. Zero the Hero is my favorite, one of my favorite riffs. I almost put, and you'll be surprised with what I would have put. It was The Shining, actually.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, I would have put, but I said, no,
That's
I'm going to
brilliant,
put
that one.
Zero the Hero. I love Zero the Hero just a little bit
Zero.
more.
Oh, yeah.
Da, 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 that one there. So,
Yes, yes.
yeah, he's got great riffs there. So, anyway, that's my
Shout
number
out.
three, Sabbath with Zero the Hero.
Shout out to Digital Bitch as well. I've got
Yes.
to say.
Oh, the whole
Um,
album is chock full of riffs.
oh yeah,
Really
well, Tony
cool.
Iommi just has riffs coming out of his,
Yeah.
is unmentionable. But anyway, so it's the number two,
Number
right?
two.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna probably. Oh God. Okay. You see, yeah, I'm in my head. I'm still trying to figure out right now. Uh, okay, okay. It's gonna be this one. Yes. Okay. So this is a artillery. This is a Danish
Hmm.
thrash metal band, I think.
You
I
tell me.
believe. I hope I'm right there. It's called By Inheritance. I mean, the album's called By Inheritance, but the song is called By Inheritance, and it has like two or three riffs that are just fucking mental. Basically, pardon the language, they're just a bit mental, and it's just, absolutely brilliant. Just go and listen to the song. I'm sure if you're a thrash metal guy and you've listened to a good few years, you must have heard people talk about this album because
I've heard the name. I've heard the name Artillery
it,
for sure.
this album is almost like what would you call it? Not a hidden gem, but it's just like it's one of those people always go to and they say what thrash is amazing apart from Anthrax, Testament, all the ones that you can think of,
Big
and they
four, yeah.
always say this album for good reason.
All right.
By Inheritance, that's my number two.
Cool. All right, number two. Okay, so this is I could have went for two riffs with this band here, but I chose actually this one here. So I'm gonna go with Van Halen, and I'm gonna choose the song Unchained. When I hear that riff, it's like da da. It's got such a crunchy da 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 da
Uh, I
da.
love that bit. Or is it that bit that's like duh, 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 and it changes pitch or something? Do you know what I'm trying to say? So okay, duh, 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 duh. It's just like it's got that weird sound to it.
Probably, yeah, but yeah, that
Yeah, and I don't know what that's called, but it's so cool.
it's anyway. Check out the riff of Unchained.
Brilliant.
It's
That's
my
brilliant.
favorite David Lee Roth era Van Halen song. And but yeah, I just hear that it's just his guitar tone is perfect. The riff is perfect. You hear that it's an intro riff, and it just chugs, and it's got a great. I don't even know how to explain it anymore there, but yeah, Unchained by Van Halen would be my number two right here.
Very nice, very
All
nice.
right,
Now,
number one.
number one. I don't think anyone could predict this. Not even you. So this was the only one that I was like, this is where it is. This is number one, and it is Gravedigger Headbanging Man. Now, I'm trying to describe this without just it's just right. It's called Headbanging Man, right?
Okay,
It bloody should be called Headbanging Man because every time I hear it, I bang my head like a fucking because it's brilliant. It's like it's just I can't find enough words to describe it. Every time I hear this song, it's just you want to put the volume higher than it can go.
mhm.
You want to go around
Seven.
your house like a madman. You know, it feels like you could just run a mile. It's so good. It's so good, and it's so good in fact that I actually don't really like the rest of this album very much because that first song, kicked my ass so much. I'm like, what happens to the rest of the album? Now that's not an insult to this, but it's just so good that I'm just like, holy crap.
Cool.
But yeah, and Gravedigger as well. They're just really good. So check Gravedigger out if you haven't already.
I
So
haven't, so
Headbanging
I'll
Man.
have to go check that one out there. All right, so my number one is probably arguably considered one of the greatest rock riffs of all time. I got to put something that's typical.
Mm.
I did put with Jimi Hendrix, so I'm gonna go with this is again not original, but I got to put this one as number one. "Smoke on the Water" by Deep Purple.
Oh yeah.
You hear that riff?
Everyone knows that for good reason.
I mean, come on. That's a
Yeah.
classic song, classic riff. Never tired of hearing it. I
Oh yeah.
actually love that song. So number one for me. Not everybody knows this riff here, so I'm gonna just not talk about it that much there. But yeah, Deep Purple, Smoke on the Water. So that was our top 10. We're gonna be doing our honorable mentions. But before we do that, I just want to say, for myself anyway, I know there's some I probably forgot or omitted or whatever.
Hmm.
Write some in the comments. This is just
Yeah.
my favorite riffs or David's also. Some are classic, some are not classic. But does it need to be classic to be considered a great riff? It's not someone's fault because they wrote the best riff ever, but they had a $1 budget versus these band had $1 million budget. You know what I mean there? So that's how I see it. So whether you're popular or not, the song was popular or it wasn't, a great riff is a great riff. So
Yeah.
I want to add
100%.
that little side note there. Okay, so now we've got five honorable mentions,
Oh, okay.
and well, why don't you go first, there, my friend?
Okay, well, everyone will be looking at me now, like saying, "Where's Tony Iommi? You mentioned him. He's coming now." Okay, he he could fill my top 10 quite easily, but I thought, why not shine some light on all these guys as well? But
Yeah,
here's some Tony Iommi, literally Iommi, with his album Iommi, uh, and this one is Flame On, featuring Ian Astbury of The Cult, which I'm sure people are familiar with. But
wow.
that song "Flame On," oh my god, that riff is bloody heavy. It's probably the heaviest riff he's ever made. One of the heaviest riffs he's ever made.
Is it a song about the flaming torch from the Fantastic Four?
I don't actually know.
Flame
It's just
on!
about, but I, but yeah. So, oh, I get I get it. But it's like, dun, 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 dun. It's a very evil sounding riff. Brilliant. He's a master of evil sounding riff. But
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
while we're on the subject of Tony Iommi, um, his 13. Now I don't know if you can guess what riff this is. Um,
I
but
forget. I have it there, but
it's Pariah, so it's a bonus track
oh,
riff.
I don't have that, I guess.
Um,
I had it on my actually.
it's
I got on vinyl, not too. Let me just check to see if it was on the vinyl. Pariah, you said go. You can continue talking there.
yeah, Pariah. It's just a fantastic, absolutely fantastic riff. And there's about two or three others I wanted to put on here, but
No, I don't
Sabbath.
have it. No.
I almost put Symptom of the Universe. I almost put Into the Void. But I think if I had to shine light on one more Sabbath one, it's got to be this one, especially because the album is 51 years old today. I just found out that a few hours ago,
Mm,
and it's Killing Yourself to Live from not Sabracadabra, sorry, Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. I did have that on my shelf, but I didn't get it, so
cool.
we'll rule that for now. Do you still want me to continue with mine?
No, we'll do one at a time there, I guess,
Okay, yeah.
if you want there.
No, that's fine,
Um,
yeah. So I've done
okay,
those.
this one you actually may be surprised. You'll be very happy with the album. Now, can you guess the song? So I'm going to
Come on.
choose this one. I'm sure I've mentioned this to you before.
Gotta take a guess. Take a guess.
All right.
Jailbait.
No.
Okay, got one more. Okay, one more.
Okay.
The hammer.
Nope.
Okay, go on. What is it? What is it?
Okay, so it's a mix of bass and guitar riffs at the same time, and it is song number one, which is "The Chase is Better Than the Catch." My
Oh yeah,
favorite Motorhead song. My favorite. I friggin' love that riff. Dun. It's simple
it's
and it
great.
just friggin' works. So
It
yeah,
is
honorable
great.
mention number one. Motorhead. The Chase is better than the catch.
Okay, cool. I kind of shot two of mine already, but I've actually got four more anyway, so that kind
Sure,
of
go
works
ahead.
out. So next we will go with Now, you won't be a fan of this one, Dan. It is Hail of Bullets, and it's Swoop of the Falcon. Now, this thing, this is death metal. Now, I don't tend to like death metal, but there's two bands I make exception for: these guys and Bolt Thrower, and it mainly because I think the musicianship is fantastic, and I don't mind the vocals too much. I've gotten used to it. But yeah, it's particularly this riff that starts about 40 seconds in, I think,
Hmm.
and it is probably the heaviest riff I know. It's just crushingly heavy. It's like it's sort of like a chug chug sort of riff. It's
Yeah.
just absolutely absolutely love it. It's like a ton of bricks.
Cool. All right. Um, my next honorable mention, you actually brought the album out, but I'm actually going to choose a different song.
Oh, cool, cool. That's fine. That's
I'm
cool.
gonna go with Saxon, but I'm gonna go with Motorcycle Man. I freaking
Oh yeah.
love, love that riff. Da 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 da. Friggin'
Brilliant.
yeah, that's such a cool riff there. So yeah, Saxon Motorcycle Man, right here for me as honorable mention number two.
That's brilliant. That's a great choice.
Oh,
That
the
whole
the
album's
album
got
kit
so
showed
many.
up, so there's already two songs on that album. So
It's got so many good ones like See the Light Shining as well, Freeway Mad, Machine Gun, just the whole album's just
oh yeah,
brilliant.
it's
Which is why I need to go and see that tour even more where they play the whole Wheels of Steel. But anyway,
yes, go for it. Go.
okay, go. It's like Mr. Aziz Spider-Man. Go.
Yeah.
Anyway, so here's another one. Now people say, "Oh, you already said Venom. You said Venom. Venom Inc." So I'll give him a pass on this one, right?
Look at Mr. Bending the rules here.
Can I just say the whole? Can I? I'll bend the rules even more. Can I
I'm
just say
I'm
that?
teasing.
Can I just say the whole bloody album? No, I won't say the whole album. I'll say the Preacher Man song number 8, and that's it. That's another just extremely just heavy riff. How's it go again? Right. Yeah, I'm trying to remember in my head how it goes. There's so many riffs. I'm just like, oh, that again on this album. I'd say The Evil Dead and Dying Fleischer, if you say Flesh or whatever you say. But yeah, that Preacher Man in particular is just crazy heavy. So give that a listen.
Cool. All right. Okay, my honorable mention number three. This is actually a band I've actually been listening to and talking about a lot of late. So you should know what I'm talking about now if you pay attention. But it's they have a new album coming out in February. But because I'm waiting for that, I've been listening to their back catalog, and I'm gonna go with Thunder Mother from the album Black and Gold. But the song is Stratosphere, and I was like, "What?" And I remember the first time I was like, "I just do a double take." I'm like, "What is that riff? That is such a kill!" And it's a double riff. So it starts off with the guitarist doing like a some like a siren, and then it
Yeah.
starts off friggin' cool. It's not a complicated riff, just such a friggin' cool riff that made me go like, "What the hell is that?" Even my dad, he's like, because he listens to this band a lot too. He has no choice, right? But he's like, "What?" Like he's like, "That is a cool sound from that." Anyway, very new band, but yeah, that riff I just friggin' find amazing. The song itself is actually great too. Great vocal. That's another thing. But yeah, those riffs in Stratosphere from Thunder Mother is honorable mention number three. There you go.
Very nice. Very nice. Because I'll have to give them a listen, won't I?
Oh yeah, that riff is cool, man. So
Oh yeah.
all right,
Right.
number two
So
or honorable mention two, I guess.
so I again I knew these guys had to come in there somewhere because they've just got that those chunky riffs, you know. But yeah, this one is going to be The End Is Near. Like it's just it's so good. There's a few on this album to be fair that are great, but it's The End Is Near is just just you know one of those riffs you just want to crank loud and just bang your head. You know, it's fantastic, brilliant. So
I
that's
don't think I've
my
ever even seen that album of theirs. Like,
Oh yeah, it's when 2017, I think.
okay,
But yeah, it's
wow, they're still going on. Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
really good.
Next honorable mention. You've actually mentioned this band. I'm going to choose a different album, and it is the riff and the song that made me go and no, I already had the discography, but it brought them to another level. I think, mind you, they haven't done a cool riff since as good as that one. But I'm gonna go with Accept. The song is Teutonic Terror. When I
Oh yeah.
first heard that riff and song, I was like, "Oh my god, that is everything you love about Accept." Killer riff, killer this, killer that, original riff.
Mm.
I don't think that they're original anymore. The riffs there, but
Oh yeah.
this that song there, Teutonic Terror, is like one of those wow moment riff. I love that
Oh
riff.
yeah.
So
There you
yeah,
go.
except from the Blood of Nations album, I'm gonna go with Teutonic Terror. Great comeback.
Oh yeah, that's a nice pick. That's a great pick.
Mhm.
Wolf is Wolf Hoffman, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's brilliant. He's
Oh yeah.
brilliant. I sorry, I almost put XTC as one of my picks.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think that album's brilliant. It's again, I'm with you on this as well. It's the only one of the new ones, the Mark Tonello, I'd say, is really good, and it's not his fault either. He's good. He's a good vocalist.
Yeah. Good.
Anyway, this is my last honorable
Yeah.
mention,
Me too.
and these guys had to be on here somewhere. There's a it would be fun to feel right if they weren't mentioned, and it's their brand new album, brand new, debatable.
Hmm.
And could you tell me what it is? Do you know what I'm gonna pick?
Ah, my God. It's the second one. I forget the name.
Yeah, yeah, the Serpent and the
Oh, yeah.
King. Yeah. Ah.
Is there been?
Da, 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 da. And it's not the intro, it's the one that carries through the song, like into vocals. Da, da, da,
Okay.
da, 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 da. Oh, it's just oh, that song. It's one of those ones I put on when I say it sounds weird, but say if I'm cleaning my room, because it'll just kick me up the arse a bit and be like, right, energy, adrenaline
Let's
straight.
clean that room. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah, adrenaline straight to you, which
Yeah.
is what you need. So yeah,
Cool.
I've already kind of gushed about how this album's brilliant. So yeah, but that riff in particular, that's my favorite from that.
Cool.
So Serpent and the King's my last honorable mention.
All right. So me also, my last one here is a band. Like I said, I discovered, I guess, a little bit before I started my channel. It's one of those bands I was like, wow. And then I heard this one song. So I'm gonna go with Blue Oyster Cult from the Spectres album. And you'd probably think it's gonna be Godzilla. No, it's not. It's the golden age of leather. And it's I separate this song in like two or three parts. The first half is a typical cool rock riff, but then they speed up, and then whatever the hell he freaking does on the guitar, I keep going like, what is he doing there? That's got to be the most original riff I if I can actually I've been singing to you the riffs there. It goes a little bit like and I'm not doing it justice at all here. It
Oh yeah.
but it's that second half riff that just probably gives me a boner. I don't know. Like I said, it's that good
Brilliant.
and original. Everybody I've actually shown the riff to, they're like, that actually is pretty friggin' cool. So when I got into Blue Oyster Cult like 3 4 years ago, when I was like I go on binges like when I discover bands or that have been around or new ones. If it's something I really like, I binge them forever, and that song has been played. I don't even know how many times there, but that riff is just friggin' phenomenal. So the golden age of leather would be my last honorable mention from Blue Oyster Cult's Spectres album. And there you
Oh,
go.
nice.
So
Well,
no, go ahead.
you just remind me of something that I won't go on too much about it, but for you to talk about that, what did they do with that? What did they do with that guitar? That's I almost picked a Raven song called Against the Grain, and that's just one where he just I don't know he took some cocaine or something before, and he was just like you'll have to listen to it. It's ridiculous. So I'll show you afterwards. But yeah, I almost put that as well. So I
Cool.
get what you mean when you say, "What the hell do you do with that guitar?" You know.
All right then. Well, let us know in the comments too if there's some songs. I'm not. Maybe there's some that I missed. Maybe there's some that we missed. Okay, but again, we wanted
Mm.
to do lesser known ones and really known ones at the same time there. So I think, but again, if I'm sick and tired of a song too, probably, well, it didn't make the list for me either.
Mm.
Like for example earlier, like Crazy Train, I just can't do that song anymore. Cool riff, but then I went and added something else by Ozzy instead. So
Yeah.
anyway, that is our episode for today. I'd like to thank my friend David for joining us here today. And like I said, go check out the comments below. Write what you think is a cool riff or song that we may have forgotten, or maybe we just don't know about. So anyway, on that note, yeah, see, I'm already done here. So have a good whatever, guys, and we shall see you guys next episode. Take care. Bye bye.
Cheers.